Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Keel's Got Time. Sorry, y'all are a bit... Yours a bit diagonal then. That's it. Welcome back to Keel's Got Time, and today, because Keel's Got Time, we're going to be reacting to what it's like turning 21 in Gen Z. Now, I've been 21 for... It's been almost 2 months now, and I can't say I've had the best of times, I won't even lie. And I happen to be part of Gen Z, as you all know. So, let's see what this video talking about.
Oh great, more mail. What is it this time? I hate being an adult.
The air cloud.
I'm very confused right now. Bro, what is going on?
This is nice.
What's 9 plus 10?
21?
You stupid.
You know, the moment you realize that that joke is now describing your age, it really hits different. So I've done 2 other videos related to being a certain age, but we gotta continue that trend because I just became 21 like 2 months ago. Exactly 2 months ago in 1 day. As of me recording this,
but when did
it's
this
September
video come
12th, 2025. By the time this video comes out, that's
September 12th, 2025, we're the same age. Basically 21, same type of months, around the same time. I'm like nothing.
should really give you an
my
idea of how
brother
long
right
it
here.
takes to edit these videos.
twin.
Like, these are not easy to make, okay? Especially when it's just me making all of them. But anyways, what is it like turning 21 in Gen Z? In this generation, what is it like? Because, you know, a lot of you, most of you know what turning 18 feels like now. Because that's most of Gen Z now, is over the age of 18. I don't like how we just exist, time passes, and things just progress. Kind of like how FNAF 4 is now 10 years old. Did you guys know that? But anyways, what does it feel like turning 21? Me personally, I felt a difference when I turned 18. I was like, wow, I'm a different man now. It's like, I got responsibilities. I'm officially an adult in the eyes of everyone now. In the eyes of the government too. But turning 21, I didn't feel anything. It didn't feel like anything at all. Now I know I may not look like it, guys, but I am in fact 21. There's always 2 sides of the coin with that. It's like when you turn 21, a lot of your friends call you old, but then the older ones kind of just welcome you into the club, like welcome in. And that's another thing, you can buy alcohol now. You can just get drunk whenever you want. No need to ask for someone else to go get it for you. No, you can just go right in and be like, hello sir, here's my ID. I'm in fact 21. It's not fake either. I still haven't bought alcohol for myself because I don't really like alcohol. I'm not really like a drinker type person. Even for my birthday, you know, turning 21, oh my gosh, we gotta have shots. We're all gonna get drunk tonight. But that wasn't really the case for me. I know, guys, I'm just quirky and different. Instead, I wanted all you can eat sushi because I was freaking hungry, man. But yeah, my birthday is July 11th, 2004. You know, 7/11, 2004. I know, funny gas station number. I know, we're getting to that point to where the 90s aren't the age where you turn 21 now. I remember going to like a Tijuana Flats and they have like this timer on the wall for like buying alcohol. It's saying like, you cannot buy alcohol unless you were born at this date. And back then it said like 1998. Crazy how that timer, I'm now included in that. I always thought it was so far away. It's gonna be so long before I become that age. Little did I know, here it is. It's here now. But you know, being 21, you can buy everything. Everything is no longer...
I can't lie, I feel like a lot of people in the UK, like a lot of corner shops and that, they serve underages anyway. Not to out everyone's criminal business, but like, people here have been drinking since, I don't know, 10 years old. Like, it's very different to America. It's the same but very different, and our age limit is 18 in it, whereas theirs is 21. But there you can drive at 16, but here you have to be 17. I don't know, laws.
restricted to you. And that's a plus because now it's just wow. I don't need to ask for permission to buy alcohol. I don't need someone else to sign for me on this. Like I can do this all on my own now. Like I can go buy a hotel, I can go buy alcohol. I could be strapped now in the hood. One thing I kind of regret is that when I made the turning 18 video, I kind of made it sound, I kind of pointed to most of the negative stuff, but I want to point to more of the positive here because basically turning 21 is basically the exact same as turning 18 except just with a bigger number now. Because yes, you do unlock more stuff, but that's about it. Like there's nothing else to unlock after that. Like you've hit basically every milestone, age related milestone that is, because when you become 10 years old, it's like I'm double digit age now. You turn 13, it's like I'm a teenager now. You turn 18, it's like whoa, I'm an adult now. Oh my goodness. You turn 21, it's like yes, I've unlocked alcohol. And then after that, that's about it. Like you don't really
I think I have like one more stat to unlock, and that is hiring or renting out like a car. I'm pretty sure in the UK you have to be 25 legally anyway. Let me see. How old? To rent a car UK. Can you hire a car under 25? In most countries, you can hire a car if you're under 25. Yeah, but like UK car rental age restrictions. Just give me a simple answer, bro. Oh. Most car rental companies in the UK require drivers to be at least 21 years old. Huh. Never mind. I've hit every step. Cool.
unlock anything after that. There's nothing that you gain access to. Like once you turn 21, that's basically it. You've basically gotten everything at that point. I guess if you want to include it, you got full brain development next. 25, that's when your brain is fully developed according to everyone. There's like two sides of the coin to that. You know, it's either like, wow, I'm getting really old to where I'm getting to that point now. Oh my goodness. I'm unk status, man. Like I'm so old. But then there's the other side of that to where, dang, I'm still young. My brain isn't even fully developed yet. Yeah, I'm still young. Like what am I talking about? Once you become 21, is that people take you more seriously now, especially your parents. A few months back when I made the living at home in your 20s video, I complained a lot about how, you know, no one really takes me seriously. Like, you know, your parents are constantly on you because, you know, it's too expensive to move out today. But now since I've turned 21, it's gotten way more lenient.
Amazon Prime Big Deal Days are here. 2 days of big deals on an...
Thank goodness, I would sure hope so. You know, especially even like getting jobs. Even employers take you more seriously now. Of course, you still got a ways to go before it's like, yes, this guy is a professional. Like, I want to hire him. Basically, what I mean is that you have a higher chance of getting hired when you're 21 rather than just being 18, you know? Because by that time, you would have had at least some experience. Even if you don't, just having that bigger number next to your name, it just gives you more credibility because bigger number means that you have to be more mature. So they're just more likely to hire you. And that brings me to my next point of you're closer to living your own life now. A big thing on my channel is like, oh,
I feel that's true, but also I feel like a lot of companies and businesses will hire the younger person just because, damn airplanes, will hire the younger person because they can pay them less, you know? Like cost effectiveness, that is a real metric in business.
High school, life after high school. You're done with high school, but now high school at this point was a long time ago for me. I graduated about 2.5 years ago.
Bro,
I was class of 23.
like
this coming
ago.
year, you know, this coming May will be 3 years since I've graduated. So, you know, by that point, most people have pretty much moved on. You've gotten over the whole transition from high school type thing. You know, transitioning your life from being in high school to being an adult. I would like to think I'm pretty well adjusted to being an adult now. It's basically been the same ever since I turned 18. Or at least it's basically been the same ever since I graduated. But now, when you're 21, by that time, if you're in college, you're closer to finally graduating, getting your degree, and then starting your new job and starting your new life. You know, maybe even moving out, getting your own place, or just moving away entirely to a new area. Even if you didn't go to college, you've probably moved up a bit, or, you know, gotten more work experience to get a better job. Or if you're not doing that, then you've gotten more experience to, you know, maybe get some promotions or some raises in your current job that you're in. So it's not all bad. At least I like to look at it more positively. Even though I know a lot of my videos look negative, I try to put a positive message in them. And now, being older, that means that you might get better car insurance rates. That's right. They're gonna see that you're older, and if you have a clean record, they're gonna lower your insurance rates. Yes, thank goodness, finally, about freaking time. Or if not, then that comes at 25. But a lot of the stuff that I have said just now, it really does feel like a lot of that is becoming more and more out of reach for a lot of people. Because the big thing in Gen Z is a lot of us are struggling to get jobs now. I'm even looking to transition. I might get a different job soon. But a lot of it with trying to find employment is a lot of it is just applying online now and just waiting, hoping for the best that someone will reply to you. Man, what a time to be alive. Back when you can just apply for a job and you would get the job. That's not to say it's impossible though. It's still very possible to attain employment, but there's a lot more difficult stuff now, you know, with it being in Gen Z. There's a lot more technological stuff, especially with a lot of people being scared now that AI is going to take a lot of our jobs. You know, I also got a bone to pick with AI. Hey, Instagram, can you please restore my account, please? It's been 2 months.
That job thing is tough because it's like people be. Now I could imagine people use AI to fill out all these resumes. Like I've done this shit myself. Use AI to fill out all the questions on the resume and whatnot. And like it's probably just AI that's reading through all these applications trying to find which one's the most credible. So it's just AI. So it's just AI to clean AI. No, not clean AI, sorry. Someone texted me and it came up on my thing and they're talking about cleaning. It's just AI sifting through AI, trying to find which one's the most credible. So yeah, it's a bit of a fucked state we're in.
2 months since you falsely banned me, by the way. Or even a lot of stuff now. With being older, you know, with being in Gen Z. Even dating has changed a lot. I mean, we all know this. Dating has been... It's been fluctuating. It's been... For most people, it's been on a downward spiral for the last few years. I'm gonna make a separate video on this, but it feels like there's been a drastic inflation of dating. Like, dating inflation. That you need to be of a certain quality to even attain attention from the opposite gender, it feels like now. Like, many years ago, a common trend that you notice is that a lot of people had relationships. A lot of people got into relationships, especially around 21. And most people even gotten married by this time.
Back in the 80s, a lot of us got married at 20.
But now with everyone saying, male loneliness epidemic, guys, is it even real? Yes, it's real. It's very real. Even me, I would like to think I'm a decently attractive guy. Even I've had trouble from time to time. But even then, from time to time, some people have trouble all the time. Some people are still, you know, they've never been in relationships. Yeah, you know, that's happened all the time. You know, that's always been a thing. More and more now, you see a lot of that. Like, especially a lot of videos on YouTube popping up more and more recently about how people, you know, in their 20s or late 20s, maybe even early 30s, and they still have never had a girlfriend or, you know, a boyfriend in their entire life. To whereas dating standards many years ago seemed to be a lot more fair. You would look at someone and you think, you know what? Yeah, you know, I would like to think that this guy probably has a relationship. You know, they have a wife. Or you look at someone, you just think like, yeah, I can see someone dating this person. But now it's gotten to a point to where average looking people that you would think would have no problem having a dating life, you see a lot more of now. Like, there's a lot more people now who struggle with dating than there ever has been. And I think a lot of that has to do with people not developing as many social skills now. Because there isn't really as much of a reason to directly speak to others anymore, especially when you can just text everyone now. Like, how often do you see people approaching others and getting their phone number? Like, probably not very often. Okay, debate me if I'm wrong here, but I personally think that the people that just say, oh, I'm just gonna wait for someone to come along. I'm gonna wait for a relationship. They'll just magically appear in my life. I think that's just kind of dumb. It's always those people that you see that are always the loneliest. I'm not saying that absolutely can't happen at all. It certainly can, but what I'm getting at here is most people that say this more or less just use that as an excuse as to why they aren't dating anyone or just aren't happy with their dating life, but just don't want to admit it. The reason why you haven't had much success in dating is because you aren't putting yourself out there. When was the last time you intentionally put yourself in a position position where you could get rejected. What I mean by that is actually asking someone out, risking it, some would say, shooting your shot. Because when you think about it, why are you so afraid of rejection when you are 100% guaranteed to get rejected at least once in your life? Think about it. Let's say you ask someone out and it doesn't go as you planned. You get rejected. Cool, so does everyone else. You're not special. Okay, but let's say you ask this person out and it actually does go to plan. Great, things escalate and you two are now dating. But then, something happens and you get dumped. Now, you've just been rejected. Congratulations, it happens to everyone. I'm a firm believer that there is someone out there for everyone. Meaning, if you get rejected by someone, it's okay. It's not the end of the world because there will always be someone else for you, even if it doesn't seem like it. You've been single for a long time, and there is no one good anymore. Everyone you've talked to just sucks, and you just want to give up. That just means you haven't met that person yet. I've had this talk with a few people now, where they think dating is dead and that they're gonna stay single for the rest of their lives, because everybody sucks. A few months later, they find someone. This has happened to me too, where I thought, maybe I'm just meant to be alone. I'm not tall enough, I'm chopped. What's the point of even trying when I know it's just gonna be the same thing as before? And I could have easily stayed that way, but I didn't, because there was one very simple yet very harsh truth that you need to learn as an adult, and that is, as a guy, no one is going to save you. It is completely up to you to pick yourself back up and get things moving again. Okay, I might sound crazy here, but bear with me. The reason why you feel like nobody cares about you sometimes is because you are in fact correct. Nobody actually cares about you. Take this for example. One of your friends comes to you and talks about
It's harsh, but he low-key right. He is low-key right.
how stressed they are for a test that's coming up, or how they're nervous about talking to this new person. Yeah, you'll comfort them and tell them everything is gonna be alright because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But when you go to bed at night, you aren't thinking about their problems that they told you about. You're busy thinking about your own life because you have your own issues that you need to deal with. Or you see something online and just think, wow, that sucks. Anyways, and then you move on and completely forget about it because it doesn't concern you. It's not your problem, therefore you don't actually care. But that doesn't make you a bad person. That's just how we are as humans. Everyone is naturally selfish. That's just the world. Everyone cares about themselves, even you. Furthermore, nobody is coming to save you with all your personal problems in your life. Not one person is just gonna magically fix everything. So it's your job as a man to pick yourself back up and try again. But the reason why I say this is because this is the reality of dating when you're an adult, past 21. Sorry, I have a lot to say when it comes to dating and relationships. Especially with the economy now, things are getting more and more expensive. So what does that do? That hinders spending power. And when people cannot spend as much money, then that means less people are going out on dates because it's getting more and more expensive. So what does that do? That drives people to be more inside. I think it's a combination of things as to why Gen Z is struggling with a lot of stuff, with a lot of economic factors and, relationship factors. But I personally believe that it's not over for you, that you can definitely switch things around. Especially from my experience, the older I get, the easier it becomes to find relationships, if that makes sense. Like since I'm older now, people take me more seriously. Whereas, when I was 20, someone would ask me, oh yeah, let's go out for a drink. I have to say like, yeah, I'm 20, I can't. Like, oh, but now I'm 21. Someone asks, like, heck yeah, man, let's go. Even though I don't drink. But anyways, turning 21. Does it suck? Is it over? Is this just terrible? No, I personally don't think so. The reason why most people feel so sad when they become older, you always see all these posts online. Guys, we're getting older. Life sucks. It's not the same as what it used to be years ago. Pre-COVID was the best times ever. Now, I'm not gonna disagree with that, but what I will say is that why a lot of people fear aging, why they fear getting older. Even I do too. Like, it scares me. Getting old scares me. I even said this in a previous video. That's my biggest fear. I don't want to be like 40 years old, just looking back, reminiscing like, man, what could I have been if I tried? The reason why a lot of people fear aging, why they fear getting older in general, even like right now, most people are not old. Like most people in Gen Z think they're old, but that's because they're not working towards anything. A lot of people are more lazy than they've ever been because most of us lack direction now. Why is depression at an all-time high? Because a lot of people aren't going out and talking to others anymore. Especially since making friends is it's a whole different ballpark after you graduate high school. But as long as you work on yourself, as long as you're working towards something to improve your life for the better, then all of a sudden, getting older doesn't feel scary anymore. because you have something to look forward to in the future. Most people you see online, especially in the comments, who say like, I'm so old, oh my gosh, life sucks, is because they're not working towards anything. They have nothing to look forward to. So to them, it feels like time is just passing them by. Everything is slowly getting worse and worse. My body is slowly aching, it's aging, it's getting older, and nothing is getting better. If you just live everything day by day, then nothing is going to change. Yes, things are gonna feel monotonous after that point. If you don't have a goal in mind, then yeah, life is gonna feel meaningless. It's gonna be scarier the more you age. But if you're actively working towards something, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, losing weight or something, all of a sudden, the future isn't scary anymore. The future is actually exciting. But of course, I don't know, at the end of the day, I'm only 21 years old. Most people still look at me and just think I'm a fetus, so.
Thank you, North, for that very, very interesting video. Points on that as a whole, I think 21's a good age. Yeah, 21's a good age. I feel like, yeah, you're not unk yet, you're not very old, but to the people in school, like, you're just old as fuck. But then everyone in school now is just like a child to you, so yeah, odd times. You're literally just in that middle ground, but I don't think, yeah, it's just as he said, I don't think it's the age that's the issue. I think it's just the world around us and what's happening societally that's causing everyone to become a bit stressed about the future. And I can't even lie, me, myself, Key was about to be open with y'all. I went through a little depressive phase, and like I was on Instagram, you know, doom scrolling, and like every other post, this was the day that they said they were releasing digital IDs in the UK, and like every single other post was just, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, it's gonna be like this, they're gonna have control, the world's going to shit, blah blah. Like, and I was just looking at that, kept scrolling, negativity, and like at some point I realized, I was like, bro, put your phone down, fam. Like, you're just stressing yourself out. You're a diabetic, bro. Stress is not good for you. You're already stressing yourself out with that. Now you're seeing that the world's going to shit again. So now you're stressing out more. Yeah, it's not good, man. You need to put the phones down. Just breathe. And as I said, get a goal, work towards something, do something. I'm like, if it wasn't for this YouTube, I'd probably be in the ground, I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, I've had some very dark thoughts, man. But all that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 all that good shit. Peace, love, and prosperity. Did I click it? Oh my gosh.